Do you find yourself constantly getting one-tapped in the head, or just running into other players and getting instantly killed by some squad as soon as you're trying to get your task item and leave the raid? Well, this video might be for you, because in this video I'm going to be covering my top 5 tips to help you avoid combat and escape from Tarkov. If this video is going to help you out, please be sure to drop a like and consider subscribing. Now let's get straight into it. So starting with tip number 1, this might seem very basic and very simple, but it's going to be stay away from places on any map that you know are going to consistently find you getting into a gunfight. For example, on customs, that could be new gas station, or on interchange, that could be the tech stores. If you're looking to stay alive and just get your tasks done, try to avoid these areas if you want to avoid gunfights. Now, if you don't quite know these areas yet, as you come through certain maps and your scav, and you consistently see dead bodies laying around on like certain areas, try to avoid those when you go on your PMCs, because typically you're going to find those same players in your PMC raids. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is going to be avoid running towards gunfire and generally try to avoid gunshots. Unless, of course, you're looking to get kills or scav kills. Even if people are fighting scavs, if you show up, you're more likely to get shot and you're potentially going to end up getting killed. And if all you're in the raid for is to try and get some task items, now you're definitely not going to want to be going toward those shots, because you just want to stay in the raid, get what you need, get out, and survive. Get that task done. So just try to avoid the gunfire and just keep moving along and make sure you take your time. Now that leads right into tip number 3 in taking your time as you make your way through the map. Now this game, every single raid is typically about 40 minutes or so, some more, some a little bit less, except for factory is about 20 minutes or so, I believe. And there's no rush. Take your time, listen for footsteps, take your time, loot in the buildings, find all the loot that you can, put the valuable items in your secure container so you can at least sell those when you get out, or if you end up dying. Just take your time, play through, figure out where you want to go, and just take it slow. There's no rush whatsoever. Now that leads us right into tip number 4, and that is going to be think about your moves before you make them. Obviously, depending on what map you're playing, you will be forced into some high traffic areas. Now meaning there's going to be players around, or there's going to be chance that you're going to be seen. Now with that being said, when you come into a high traffic area, take a look around and see what type of coverage you have and where that is. If you need to, sprint through, get to some cover, and get a different vantage point. If not, go slow, take your time, see if anybody's there, and just play it however you think is best. Like we said before in tip number 3, you have plenty of time, so just relax and don't make some crazy decision that's going to get you seen and killed. It's better to just take your time and pick a plan and just stick with that. And the final tip, tip 5, is going to be try to play maps at nighttime if you're struggling and you continually keep running into players, regardless of all the other tips that I've given. Playing at night a lot of times is going to put you into raids where there's not going to be half as many PMCs, because typically most people don't want to play at nighttime. It's a lot tougher to see, but there are ways where you're still able to do so and make it playable. And I've actually had quite a bit of success previous wipes doing this and getting a crap ton of tasks done, because there's literally zero competition and there's nobody in the raid trying to fight you. And even if there is, the odds are they're not going to see you, especially if you take your time and you're slower. You're just going to get right through the raid and you're going to pass through and get your task done. Easy as pie. Now, if this video helped you guys out, I really hope that you consider dropping a like. And thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see more videos like this one in the future, definitely consider subscribing. And I hope I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.